Olivia Rodrigo, the singer-songwriter of the Gen Z generation, is back with her brand new third studio album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. With the magnificent love-infatuated lead single Drop Dead, Olivia adopts this more new synthwave sound, and it sounds pretty damn good alongside the dreamy Dan Nigro production. Having listened to the album a few times now, it's very bold and sweet. It's clear that Olivia has matured as an artist. She's clearly found her sound. The songwriting and vocalism is a clear step up from her previous works. On Stupid Song, the lyricism is quite the opposite from Stupid. Olivia is crushing hard. The piano and the strings really are quite grand. I love how the energy continues to pick up throughout. It's not just a simple love song, it's about how love can make you insane. And the bridge here is crazy good. I love the guitars and the percussion straight off the bat as well. Honeybee is unfortunately not a standout track for me. I'm surprised it's so early on in the track listing as well. Compared to the other ballads on here, such as Begged and Less, for example, where on those songs the vocals truly excel and are just beautiful all round. Maggots for Brains is more what I expected from this new era. It's got this almost more alternative sound in its guitars. They're mixed with some pretty sweet synthesizers as well, and again, that bridge is just awesome. In general, the bridges on this album just truly set it apart. Again, smart lyricism about feeling brain dead without a lover, and it just overall feels like a step up from Sour, for example. Sure, so far we may not have as many kick-ass and pizzazz songs as Guts had, for example, but it really does feel more mature and more grand. You Plus Me Equals Heart is easily a favorite here as well. I love those dreamy 2000s guitars. It feels like Anamoya, longing for a hopeful and loving relationship that he may have not had just quite yet. Vocals again, just clearly great and very entertaining lyricism. It's not just surface level, like you can actually picture the narrative, which I think is very smart. I think that's one of the key things that struck me the most while listening to this. The lyricism is not quite as high school teenage girl as the previous two albums were, even though they were very fun songs. Here it's really mature and the narrative is very strong. My Way is pretty sick. I mean, Olivia calls out a girl in angry fashion for overstepping boundaries. This one does feel like more classic O-Rod, but it does slap. Dan Nigro did a fantastic job on the production here. I can't really fault it. It kind of gives Gwen Stefani and Avril Lavigne vibes. Purple I loved too. Honestly, this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and I do think it's probably the most underrated on the album as well. It's a thought-provoking song on reflection and falling back into old habits of insecurities. The build-up of the instruments where they start coming into the forefront towards the end of the song and the outro is just excellent. And throughout the verses, I really love those repetitive vocal ad-libs as well. I think that's a really nice touch. The Cure as a single was a bold but excellent choice, and I think it's easily one of O-Rod's strongest songs to date. It's like sad karaoke with strong lyricism on fixing one's struggles, and the refrain on this song acting as like almost a massive climax for not only the song but also the album as a whole just gives you chills. So yeah, I really love that song. I think it might be my favorite here. Begged, like I mentioned earlier, gorgeous vocals for a piano ballad, which I wouldn't normally enjoy as much as the other more uplifting songs on the album, but here it really is beautiful. Same with Less, although it has slightly more lo-fi rainy day production, which I found interesting. I wanted to love the collaboration with Robert Smith more, but I just didn't fully vibe with the blend of vocals. But I do fully respect the admiration and the emotion behind this song. I did want a bit more from the instrumental as well, especially going into the second half, but I do think it's one of the songs that I'll come back to the least on this album. I think Expectations, though, is tied favorite song for me on this album. I love the energy, the quirky 80s new wave synthesizers. I think the chorus is amongst some of the strongest on the album for sure. I love the playful lyrics on Dating Standards. And truly, I am surprised this wasn't a single. I mean, the bridge just straight up gives Madonna vibes, and I love that Dan has vocal additions towards the like playful nature in the outro of this song as well. Cigarette Smoke, I must admit, took a few listens for me. I mean, it's this bittersweet ending, you're getting over an ex, but it does close out the narrative excellently. I mean, it fits the overall overarching theme of the album and the name of the album as well. You get all these love songs, but later on you realize, hang on a minute, you're pretty sad. You're having to get over all these issues. Also, I really like the combination of the violins and the bass towards the end. I think that is truly magnificent as well. So yeah, I mean, look, we know Olivia Rodrigo is super consistent. This album is no exception. It's clearly a step up in terms of lyricism. There's no doubt about that. Guts was one of my favorite albums of the year when it came out. I mean, I was truly taken aback by that album. I do think Guts maybe has higher highs, although it does also have some lower lows because the ballads on that album aren't as emotional and vocally consistent and strong as we get here. I mean, if we're comparing to Sour, it's a step up in every regard. I do think it's closer to Sour stylistically. I do admire Olivia for constantly trying slightly different genres. It's clear that working with Dan Nigro is the best choice that she could make. They have clear musical chemistry when they work together on songs. It's really excellent to see. I love the new wave style we see a bit more and hear a bit more on this album. The synths are all around excellent in terms of production. I do wish we heard a few more rock-based songs. I do think it works really well on Guts. In tracks like All American Bitch, Bad Idea, Right, and Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. I mean, those songs just truly kick ass. We don't really get that same energy on this album, but it is a really consistent track listing, and I do admire the overall style and concept we get here. So for me, this is a really solid album. I mean, it's clear that Olivia is one of the best singer-songwriters of our generation currently. My favorite songs on here are The Cure and Expectations. I also really love Purple, Drop Dead, You Plus Me Equals Heart, My Way, Stupid Song of course, and Maggots for Brains too. My least favorite has to be Honeybee. I do think that's easily the one that I can see myself coming back to the least. I also didn't fully vibe with What's Wrong With Me, unfortunately, but it is still a great song, I must admit. So I think in terms of overall album rating, I mean, I gave Guts a light 9 out of 10 and Sour a decent 7.5 out of 10. For You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So In Love, I'm feeling a solid 8 out of 10. I hope you agreed with some of my thoughts and opinions on this brand new O-Rod album. Let me know in the comments below what you thought and what your favourite song is on the album. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more music content and album rankings. That would be fantastic. And I'll see you guys in the next video.